Today on the channel, we're fighting in the streets once again with Dhalsim, Street Fighter 2, Jada Toys.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Jada Toys Street Fighter 2 unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got Dhalsim from Street Fighter 2. But of course, for all your Dhalsim needs, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on in-stock items, anything over $79. Does ship free, gotta get a deal out there. And of course, Dhalsim, or is it Dhalsim? I remember somebody corrected me one time and said, it's Dhalsim, it's not Dhalsim. Man, it's like the Ryu type thing all over again. I don't care. For me, it's always Dhalsim. That's what it's always been. And Dhalsim was always known on the old playground, or I should probably say the old arcade as a kid, as the cheap one. You can't use Dhalsim, he's too cheap. Well, to me, my counter is, he's not too cheap, you just don't know how to defend him. You don't know how to defend him, he's got those long go-go gadget arms and legs, and it confuses you. I understand, it's tough, but it's not cheap if you're using Dhalsim. He's in the game, he's got moves, you can do them. I can say, hey, you're cheap using Chun-Li, you're cheap using Blanca, whatever it is. But the old arcade or the gas station by my elementary school, that was the word in the arcade. That was the word at the gas station that, oh, anybody that uses Dhalsim, they are cheap. But you know what? A victory's a victory. And if I have to stoop to be in Dhalsim and moving on from Zangief, you got to do what you got to do to survive. It's a wild place out in the streets. It's a wild place at the gas station arcade. That's my soapbox. That's my soapbox. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And old Dhalsim coming in hot here. Another core character from the Street Fighter. A lot of people, when they think of some of the main players, this is one that really sticks out. Definitely had an interesting look. Definitely had an interesting moveset. And it's represented in the action figure here with the go-go gadget arms and legs. I'm here for that all day long. Just like Penny in the Brain, really, at the end of the day as well. But looking very cool in the packaging. We know this packaging. We love this packaging. Very cool, bringing it back. Great for mint on card collectors. Great for loose collectors. Just an all-around great presentation right here. There's old Dhalsim. Don't call him Dhalsim, as I did say. Down there looking good. Country or county. Yeah, county of origin, country of origin. India, fighting style, all that dreaded yoga fighting style. Somebody pair him up with Diamond Dallas Page. We'll see who can win that fight there. Looking good here, looking good with some artwork on the side, nothing too crazy. The final challengers. And there he is, old Dhalsim, holding it down, doing some yoga poses, doing some dance moves straight out of India. Looking very good. Very stereotypical, though, I would say. I don't know if most Indians, are the India people called Indians? I assume they would be. I don't know if they resonate with Dhalsim's look in this day and age. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. Who knows? We'll see. But I'm going to get him out of the package here. Maybe. Hopefully. Probably. There it is. Is that Vishnu? I don't know my gods there. You got the little elephant back there. Looking good, though. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic prison. Oh, we're locked in once again like a young Todd McFarlane. Old Todd on the couch, holding it down, locking him in. All kinds of twist ties going on. We don't want these legs and arms getting away. I understand it. We don't want these things escaping. And then, of course, got the Cambodian cannibal tape. I just can't believe the tape making its way from McFarlane all the way over here. But here we are. It's a wild time. Got things falling out, got hands. I always like it. I always like all the accessories with these things, though. Very good job by Jada Toys so far with this toy line. Uh-oh, losing more feet. Holy cow, we're locked in down here as well. Bam, there it is. Man, oh man, just making messes is what this is. Just making messes. Somebody's got to, though. Oh, we're locked in at the waist, too, man. Very Todd McFarlane moves here. Todd, you're always a peach over there on the old couch. And I could tell all these other toy lines, these toy manufacturers, they all owe a debt of gratitude to you, as do I. I always appreciate you being here on my couch, too. That's really nice of you to come stop by every single day. You can pay some rent, but that's all right. Or maybe buy a meal every once in a while. That would be pretty cool, too. But Todd, it's good to have you. It's good for the conversation. It gets lonely down here without anybody. You know how it goes. See you later. Goodbye. All right, now I got twist ties mixed throughout this table here. Just absolutely wild. Just absolutely wild. Almost a power move. Almost a power move. But where do we even begin with this Dhalsim character? Just doing Dhalsim things all day long. So we do get a twist or a twist tie. I got twist ties on the brain. We do get a little flight stand here. This helps aid in some of the poses and things you want to do. You want to have the leg up. You want to have the arm up. You can slide that through there. But I love this. Very nice clear stand. Always cool to get a stand with these kind of figures. So really does work for me. Diving into some more of this stuff here. We get 2 extra hands. He's got 2 hi-ya hands. He's ready to give you the old karate chop if he needs to. But he can also give you one of these kind of hands going on with some of this kind of stuff. So we do have this for some extra hands. But we're not done in the hand department right here. We do got the Go-Go Gadget arms. And I would assume... Oh, no, they do not come off. I thought these hands would be able to be removable out of this. They are not. Oh, my goodness, business picking up like you wouldn't believe. We do got some rubber bands, so it's like bendy wire going on in here. So how cool is that? I didn't anticipate that. Got the little rings going on around there. Got a little that forearm guard, fist of fury. But it is bendy, so that is pretty cool on these extra arms. They look like they go in right on the bicep there. We'll attempt that here in a second, but that is pretty cool. Would expect the same out of the legs as well. Yep, bendy legs. So he's got those yoga poses down. He's ready to go. He's ready to move stuff around. All kinds of movement out of this, though. I didn't expect bendos. So I guess you could break his leg if you want to as well. So very, very cool technology here. And this is something you have to do for a guy like Dhalsim. We've seen him in the game. We've seen his moves. You got to replicate that in action figure form. I think they did a fabulous job right here so far as we're diving through this figure. But now we get old Dhalsim out of the package here, looking interesting, looking very stern, looking very kind of angry. He's got a frown going on. He's got some of that war paint on. He's got the big hoop earrings there, the white in the eyes. He looks like a cannibal from like Cannibal Holocaust or one of those, you know, Italian zombie cannibal movies. He kind of reminds me like he'd fit in a tribe with one of those. You know, I'm not just saying that. I mean, they look like that in those tribe movies. You can check out Cannibal Holocaust if you ever missed it. It was banned in a lot of places. If you like real animal death, oh, it'll be the movie for you. I don't know. It's a rough movie, but it's definitely worth a watch if you're into that kind of stuff, I guess. Second head sculpt, oh, this is the one. This is the one with all the flavor. He's got the mouth wide open, ready to go. Who knows what he's ready to insert in that mouth, or maybe he's going to scream out some obscenities in Indian. I don't know what he's going to do here, but looks very, very cool. A little bit of a small head, but Dhalsim does have a little bit of a small head, I would say. But looking very cool, all things considered. And I see the figure as a whole right like this all day long, twice on Sunday, and I'm filming this on a Sunday, so definitely twice on Sunday. This is Dhalsim. This looks just like him to me. I wouldn't mistake him for anybody else. Now, he does got a rope belt going on. That is a power move, usually accustomed to poorer people and people down in like the old swimming hole and stuff like that, you know, a little country back roads type thing. But not for Dhalsim. He makes it work. He makes it work. Looking very good there. Got the yellow shorts going on. Got the yellow around the shins, I guess, down here, and the forearms. Then you got some of those rings around his arms that are free-floating, float around there. Be careful, of course, when you take these hands off. These could slip right off on you if you're not careful, so you got to watch that. He's got some skulls around his necklace there. He's really throwing into those stereotypes that he could be a cannibal out there. You know, Todd, any word out of there? I don't know how close India and Cambodia are to each other. I think there's some distance there. It sounds like they'd be closer than they are. I could be wrong, but he's got these skulls around his necklace. So could we finally be breaking some news here that he is actually a cannibal? He could be. I don't know. Spread it around if you want to. It could be late breaking news. Who knows? But looking good here. Beautiful tan skin tone, and man, he's ripped up. He's like a yogi, like a young Yogi Berra or a Yogi Bear possibly. Who knows? But looking good in the body. He's definitely been working out, definitely been doing those yoga poses. He does got the butterfly shoulder on here. The arms do go all the way around for us. Bicep cut. Double jointed pinless elbows. Extremely tight joints. I'm here for that. Hands back and forth, side to side. Of course, hands removable on the old hi-ya hands. You do get the hula hoop at the top, plus a traditional waist. Head removable, back, forth, up and down, side to side. We also get some neck articulation at the lower neck as well, so plenty of articulation right here. Of course, you know, you can do those full-on splits. He's ready to go. He's ready to challenge RVD to the Van Damme lift. He's ready for all that. No drop-down hips on this one, but you do get the legs that go up. You do get a thigh cut, double-jointed, pinless knees once again. Ankle cut, boot cut, whatever you want to call it, then ankles up and down, side to side. All the articulation we're accustomed to in the Street Fighter line. Just beautiful, beautiful articulation on these figures. And of course, Mattel stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save 10%. Make sure you head over to Ringside Collectibles. He does fit on there if you need to. Now, I'm going to attempt to figure out how to not break this figure. Oh, okay, I'm not going to be breaking anything. Very easy to unplug there to add the longer leg. Looks a little bit wild. I think we'd all admit that. Looks pretty crazy with those long legs, but it kind of is one of those things where you have to kind of pose it like so. You got to have it up. That makes it look a little bit better when he's posed out like that. When he's just standing straight up, looks like a guy on stilts or something. That looks a little bit wild if you ask me. But a very cool, and I love how easy it is to move those legs in and out. Hopefully the arms, let's see, now where would we move? I'm guessing the bicep is where we're going to probably pop that out at. Yep, and I'm exactly right. Look at that. My figure intuition is what that is. It's like a mother's intuition, but with action figures, really. We do get that long arm there. A little bit harder to stick that one in, it looks like. Try to get it in there. You gotta work it in there. You gotta bend it back and forth, but you do get the crazy long arm. So once again, looks a little bit wild, of course, but very cool for Dhalsim. Very much on brand for the character and him in the video games. I really like that. They could have just released a normal version, and people would have been like, oh, it would have been cool to have some extension, but it is what it is. This one is great where I can see people buying 2 of these. One to display with the long arms and legs, make them look really crazy. Then a little regular version as well. It just depends how big of a Street Fighter fan you are, I guess. Once again, at the end of the day, as we always do say. But looking good, man. This could be a sleeper figure, and this is truly a sleeper line. I've said it before. I love what they're doing over at Jada Toys is they don't come at us right in our face with figures every single day. You get a few figures a year. It's a perfect ancillary collection that you can collect kind of off onto the side. And when it comes, it comes. You're excited. It's a fun thing to have. And that's where I'm at with this Dhalsim figure and the M. Bison we recently unboxed on the channel, if you missed that. So some fun figures, full of nostalgia if you were a kid from the 90s, early 90s, late 80s, whatever it was. It's definitely something that hits you in the wheelhouse. It transports me back to the old gas station arcade and being called cheap for using Dhalsim to win a couple of victories here and there. That's the way you got. You got to do what you got to do when you're on the streets, especially the Street Fighter streets. That's right. So there it is. There's old Dhalsim. What are your guys' thoughts? Is this a pickup, a pass? It's got to be. It's got to be one of them, a pickup or a pass. You guys let me know in the comments down below. Of course, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Check out the Patreon for early access to all the videos. Plenty of bonus stuff over there. Pro Wrestling Tees, Kyle Peterson. Social media, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Dhalsim, Street Fighter 2, I'm Kyle. See you all real soon.